Hey guys, DJ from PTA. Today, October 20th, 2022. Gonna go over Nxtp. Nxtp was a good winner for today. One of those stocks that really got itself going. And I mean, if you notice of lately, most of the stocks that's been moving in the market have been low price penny stocks or in the penny stock arena. Penny stocks being stocks that's traded typically under $5 per share. So that includes those stocks as $1, $2, or whatever. So these stocks are always pretty good because it allows you to place a lot of, I guess you would say, a large amount of shares that you can play a really tight stop and be able to really capitalize on a decent move. So you talking about a penny stock moving 5, 7 cents, 14 cents is a pretty good move for a penny stock. I mean, you can really get some impact on a small account. You can really get things going. So that's the reason why you would kind of see these type of stocks move in the way that they do, because you have so many people playing them, because it really is a stock that most people can play in, and most people can come up with a couple grand and put it on one of these stocks and let it move a little bit and actually really get things going on this. So it's one of those things that I think that when you look at stocks, when you're looking at different things of that sort, you definitely want to look at those stocks that are making the best moves, and this was one of them. So this was really one of those good stocks, good days, solid play, low risk. That's what you're looking for when you're playing trades. So let me kind of go over this stock and kind of tell you how everything went down. So this is the daily chart. You see that it's jumping over the 200. So let's break this down into the 5 minute. And as you can see, we didn't have a lot of volume. I mean, we only had about 684,000 in a day. Now this stock has 124 million float, so it's not a lot of volume, but it did pick up. It did pick up massive volume from the week before, and different things like that, which popped it up on the radar. Yesterday I only had 154,000 in volume, so seeing it almost 6 times as volume in pre-market is what realistically put everybody on the list of looking at this. So when the stock began to move, and I want you to kind of look at it. So when we go back down to this 1 hour, you see that this was really the meat of the move when it first in the first hour or so. Within that 30-minute, there was what you would call a 30-minute range that it did here. When you go down to the 15-minute, you can see that there was a pullback right here. So this was really the key area that most of the traders end up getting in at. So we break that down to a 5, it starts to formulate what you would see as a particular pattern or concept, or whatever the case you want to call it, to really get an idea of where the stock was going to go. What was the next steps for the stock? So ultimately, the stock marked this low, marked this high. You knew where the areas were. Entry day, this was a key area here. Let's edit that, put that at purple, because that was really what was acting as support at that time from the previous swing. So you had your swing low here, swung up, then you had another swing here. So this is where most people got active in the stock. So let's break this down to a 1 minute to kind of give you an idea of how things played out. So let's see something here. So as I always do, I let it draw, let it come out to its key area. Now right there is where it started to, build some support. So right there, as you see that it bounced down here to 33.62, went back up, came back and retested this trend line. Let me draw the trend line just a little bit closer to the key area, like about right there. So you see that it hit off of support, hit this area, came back, hit this area. So your entry was really about 36, about a 2-cent risk, give or take. Once you got over this area here, right around 37, we got this big massive push up into the 40s, and then eventually the stock went up to 54. So, if you got in somewhere around here, let's just say 36, or let's say you played it off the tops being 38, you got 38 with a 3 cent risk, and then it literally went 54 cents. So that, was a good, almost solid 20-cent move to the upside. So that was a fairly good move. So just to kind of put it in perspective, is percentage wise, if you had to enter here at this area right around 36, and let's say you got out at this peak here because you had this pullback and then you got this quick ramp. Let's just say you got up here. You're talking literally about a 50% move, 18 cent. It's an 18-cent move to, add to your bottom line. So you figure if you had X, Y, Z shares, you made you a pretty good penny off those shares, and you only had a 2 or 3 cent risk. So it's something to think about when you're playing these smaller stocks. You can use really tight stops and then load up. You can load up if you have an account and maybe risk $1,000 to make 10 grand or 15 grand. The risk to reward on these low price stocks are just phenomenal, and that's why people play them. I particularly play the pattern. If the pattern is there, I can care less about the price. The price just entice you to be able to put up more shares, be more aggressive, so on and so forth, depending on the key areas and areas of interest. So that's one of the things you want to look at when it comes to trading. What is the stock doing? What is the stock doing in these particular zones and areas? It will give you the edge on where you want to get in your entries. All right, guys, if you have any questions, concerns, leave it in the comments section. Again, we just opened up that new TikTok and Twitter. Definitely follow us on there. We also opened up the IG, Instagram. So we've been posting and building followers on there. And as I always tell guys, new and old in this trading game, stay studying and stay focused.